Delicious and healthy oat cookies for Santa. Delicious, healthy, and easy for all of the family to make.
Eat delicious and lose weight with Chef Pachi.
Let's start. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hydrate a quarter of a cup of chia with a quarter of a cup of orange juice. And if you have some pumpkin spices or ginger and cinnamon, you can add them right here. So we mix this and we set it aside for 10 minutes. Turn on our oven because by the time we finish, our oven's going to be preheated. Now in a food processor or in a bowl, you add 1.5 cups of oat flour, 1 cup of coconut sugar, 1 stick of butter, 8 tablespoons or 1/2 cup. I am adding half of this bar and a little piece because this butter doesn't come in 8 tablespoon bars. So if you have butter like this that says 200 grams, go for 120 grams. Place all your ingredients in the food processor bowl and process for 10 seconds. That's it. If you don't have a food processor, just grab 2 forks, leave your ingredients in a bowl, and start mixing until you get a dough. You might even get a dough that is firmer than this. So do not worry, it will be perfect. Now this dough, we're gonna place it on some plastic wrap. And I like to do it on plastic wrap because that way I have nothing sticking to it and no waste. Then I add some coarse salt. We have some Himalayan salt. This is going to bring out the sweetness in our cookies and it's going to bring that salty flavor on top. So I add it at the end and not during the mixture because I wanted to feel that sweet and salty taste. But it's actually optional. You don't have to add it. I love it. Now we wrap our dough. Check it out. It's a piece of square and it's about 1/2 to 3/4 inch thick in the refrigerator, and I'm going to refrigerate it for about 10-20 minutes. You can even leave it there overnight. We cut our dough into 4 pieces. That way everyone at home can have some cookies to roll. And I'm placing it again over plastic wrap. You can also use parchment paper instead of the plastic wrap. With my grandchildren's rolling pin, I start making it thinner by just pressing on it. Then on each of the sides, I'm going to use 2 knives as guards. You can use chopsticks and you can use some balsa wood pieces if you have. All we want is to have the cookies the exact same height through. That way you can make all kinds of cookies, shapes, larger and smaller, and they will all bake at the same time. They will be just as thick. It's no problem. If your knives like mine are not long enough, bring them up and down and roll your cookie. That way it'll be perfect. And check it out, it is so easy. This is a super easy to roll dough because it is somewhat elastic and it comes and goes. Now we're using some cookie cutters. You can use cookie cutters of the shape you want. You can actually cut them with a knife. If you see that the cookie cutters start sticking into the cookie batter, just press them onto some of the flour and that's it. Now we're going to bake these cookies onto a baking pan that I've covered with some baking paper. And this makes it so easy for cleanup. It's amazing. Check them out. They are beautiful, and no matter if they're bigger, smaller, or whatever shape they have, since they are the same height, they are all going to bake at the same time. So we are going to bake our cookies at 375 degrees or 350 convection for 7 minutes. That's it. 7 minutes later, you have beautiful cookies. Check them out. They are crispy, delicious, sweet, salty, and perfect. Everyone at home is going to love them. adults and children. And we're gonna dust them with some powdered sugar, and that way we can set them aside and serve them and wait for Santa to come and eat some healthy cookies with his milk. Enjoy with all of the family. No mess, delicious, healthy, and perfect cutout oatmeal cookies. Enjoy, Chef Pachi. Delicious food, amazing mood. Enjoy! Subscribe and turn on the bell for recipe updates.